Hi guys, I'm Nuka Rubberducky, and welcome back to another episode of Hytale News. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the recent blog post and its mixed response from the community. As you probably know, the most recent blog post uploaded by the Hytale team showcased the first volume of art. Yes, the first volume was specified, meaning more volumes to come. The blog post itself isn't really newsworthy enough to comment on today, but if you haven't seen it, go take a look. We're going to break down why people felt so ripped off and how we even got this hyped. After the blog post released, people flooded Twitter, voicing their disappointments straight away, and Noxie himself responded only 2 hours later. So this is the sign that the hype is out of control, as so many YouTubers have been saying. Or is this something that could have been avoided? Hytale is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and the fan base has been accumulating in small pockets of the internet, primarily Reddit and Discord, feeding off each other's excitement and the small, incremental updates the Hytale team churn out. One of the consequences of teasing a very promising game with little to no information of pricing and time of release is that a large amount of people subscribe to Hytale and join forums to stay in the loop. So, for instance, say Hytale released the trailer but informed everyone that the pricing would be $30 US. Well then, a significant amount of the people that can't afford or don't wish to spend that much on a game would not continue to follow the updates as closely. This works the same if it were free to play too, as some players aren't interested in player bases or business models that free to play games attract. Similarly, if there had been a release date, people are less likely to follow updates because they know when the game will come out and will remember to check back then. So basically, having none of this information present means there are more people hanging onto every detail, waiting to see if the game is for them. We actively take part in this community and with you guys watching. It's probably difficult to believe that anyone would not want to follow Hytale's updates, but statistically, unless people lose interest, they're really maxing out on their consumer following potential right now. So is there hype? Most definitely. But there's also a good reason for it. And on Friday we saw that hype take hold. The fan art blog post received the worst reception out of any Hytale blog so far. It received the least amount of likes on Twitter and some pretty vicious responses. The general consensus was that people enjoyed the fan art but were expecting a blog post with more details about the game, in line with previous posts. Someone fairly pointed out that Hytale's website has a dedicated space for displaying fan art that could have been used instead of the weekly blog, and it's still empty. There are lots of people that sacrifice their sleep or whatever they're doing each week to stay on top of these blog updates, and when their expectations are not met, they make it fairly clear. Noxie responded to all this with 2 tweets saying that, although he is humbled by the amount of people desperately waiting on information about the game, not every blog will be a big feature preview, and that we can expect varied information that's all been scheduled and diligently provided. Simon also responded to a complaint that news is definitely on its way, that the team are currently in heavy production phase, so the timing of the blog seemed appropriate. A lot of people responded positively to the post, enjoying the fact that the developers shone a spotlight on the community, and this is actually very important for the Hytale team to do. Acknowledging the community builds a strong company-consumer relationship, which in turn fosters more creatives to bring their talent to the game, in the form of mods, servers, and artwork, which is especially important in a sandbox game. What benefits the artists benefits the game, which benefits the players, and it's a never-ending cycle. So in essence, it isn't necessarily true that what's played out in a demonstration of a toxic, overhyped fan base, nor a fault on behalf of the Hytale's team. It's really just a storm in a teacup that will soon be forgotten. Now that we know we've seen 1 volume of fan art and are to expect more, the chances of people being upset again are slim. But if you're in a community that feels overhyped or far too tense, just follow Hytale's lead and meme on the game. Let us know in the comments how you personally felt about the blog post. Was the reaction blown out of the water or completely justified? Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and leave suggestions of any other videos you'd like to see from us. As always, the link to our Discord is down below in the description, and we'll see you in the next episode.